taking place in the Northeast, affecting some of the fruit crop there in the region.
Joining us now is John Clements, a tree fruit specialist with the University of Massachusetts Extension Office. Thanks for being with us today. You know, we heard that because of this drought that upwards of 20% of the apple crop in the state could be impacted. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, you know, that's not too far from the truth, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, last year we had a very big crop, and often the year following a big crop, the crop is less, so that's to be expected. We had some freeze weather back in April when the buds were just coming out, and that reduced the crop a little bit. And you know, the drought is having some impact, but fruit trees like apples are pretty resilient to that. They have deep roots. So that hasn't had a big problem. The apples might be just a little smaller, but you know they're turning out nice and red with the sunny weather we've had, and they're still coming up to be a good size and good sugars in them. So all things being equal, the crop is down, but we're not certainly panicking, and I think most apple growers at least are expecting a good crop this year.
Now, what about some of the other fruit, like maybe peaches?
You know, peaches, that's another story. Unfortunately, we're on the very, I think, northern edge of peach growing range. And when we get very cold temperatures in the middle of the winter, it can kill the flower buds. And that's exactly what happened back in February on Valentine's Day. We had temperatures that were -10 to -15 degrees Fahrenheit. And that was after we had some warm winter temperatures. So that killed all the flower buds. We do not have a peach crop up here in New England to speak of, maybe very southern New England, Connecticut, Long Island. But that's the risk we take. We know that, and it happens from time to time.
And we have about 30 to 45 seconds left or so, but let's talk, we're getting into fall. Of course, apple, a big fall crop. What about the pumpkin crop this time of year? Is that affected by the drought at all? I know they need a lot of water.
You know, the vegetable growers have had a little bit tougher time of it, some of them. It's very site dependent. Some areas of Massachusetts have had sufficient rain. Others are very dry, like in eastern Mass. Many growers can irrigate, so if they can irrigate their crops, they're just fine. We just picked pumpkins here at the UMass orchard, and they look really nice. You know, good sunny weather can really be favorable for fruit and vegetable production as long as we can supply some water. Those who can't put water down, they're suffering some yield losses and other issues. But all in all, it's been you know, we always fight the weather, farmers do. It's been a good season.
Some of the best meteorologists I've ever known have been farmers. John Clements, thanks so much for joining us today, again with the University of Massachusetts Extension Office. Of course, we've been following